Good morning, everyone. How the hell are you? Well, what we're going to be talking about this morning is a mystery. And basically, it's addiction and how people become addicted and how they use it as an excuse, and it can be used as an excuse. But more importantly, how it affects the people around you, and that kind of thing. So, first thing I want to start off is to those of you who are addicted to a substance and you believe you have nowhere to go and no one to turn to. Well, coffee in the morning. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. There are people to turn to. There's plenty of people out there that'll listen to you. Me, myself, I mean, if you're an addict and you have a problem and you need to talk to somebody, I'll stop what I'm doing, take the time, and we'll talk about it. I have no problem about that. Now, if you're an addict and you're also a mooch or a sponge, which unfortunately most addicts are, I haven't met too many functional addicts. I guess it's easier just to ask people for money, but anyway, it's good to be back. Talk Shit Radio. We've got a lot to discuss. This morning, like I said, I'm just dabbling a little. I didn't even have an entry or an intro, I should say. Silent Mish is kind of still with the show, but kind of not with the show, you know. There'll be mornings she'll come in and talk to us. Silent Mish is actually taking the dogs out right now. That's what Silent Mish is doing. That's why she's Silent Mish right now. But so anyway, moving on. Like I said, I want to recap on some of the things that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about addiction. We're going to be talking a lot about the legal system. Once again, I find myself wrapped up in the legal system over a greedy piece of garbage. And I got to talk to my lawyer about how much I can talk about, but pretty much with this lawsuit that's going on, you guys know me. I could talk about anything, and even if I can't talk about it, I will. Roundabout way, one way or another, we will. Got the chat open. I know this is the first show we've got going on since we've left the air quite some time ago, and well, you know, we're gonna try and see what we can do here, and make it one hell of a show. Whoa, that didn't work. I hit the wrong button. So, excuse me. Those of you who know somebody who's dealing with addiction, those of you who are addicts, there is hope. There's definitely hope. But that hope comes with a price. And I know this from experience and watching others and seeing others having to deal with it. It affects you. It affects your family. It affects everything around you, everything about you. It's a rough gig. It really is. I never understood it until I had to deal with it myself, and until I had to bury my nephew, and that's when it really became a reality for me. My best friend, I know you guys have heard me talk about him over the years. He's been in the chat room before. My best friend's son lost his battle. I would like to say he lost, not that I like to say it, but I guess I could say he lost a battle with addiction. And it's a shame because bright kid, great future, and he was going places. You know, he just got to a point where he thought that that was the end of the rope, and the addiction that he was a prisoner of, and I'll call it a prisoner of because that's almost like It's almost being a prisoner. You're a slave to this addiction. It controlled him. It took him. So there's plenty of resources out there. The main thing about it is basically you have to want to not be an addict anymore. You have to want to change your life, and I can't say that I know it's not easy because I've never been in that situation. After my operation, after my neck surgery, I was in that predicament. I was prescribed Vicodin, or was it Vicodin? I think it was Vicodin, right? It was the Vicodin, or Percocets, whatever the hell they were. I don't even know. My doctor just wrote them out, wrote scripts like they were Pez candy, and I ate it. And about, I don't know, babe, Silent Miss is sitting here with me. She's not on mic, but I ate it, and I don't know, I'd say probably 2 to 3 weeks. And that was it. I was done. I couldn't do it no more. I was sitting around as a zombie, and I started to realize that I was getting sick. You know, it was making me sick, physically sick. And then, oh my goodness, then when I stopped taking them, that was so rough. So I kind of went through the whole withdrawal thing, and it's a matter of staying strong is really what it is. No matter how deep your addiction is, no matter how far you're into it, no matter what your drug of choice is, it's a decision. It's a conscious decision. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it's a disease, but this is a curable disease. This is a curable disease by your own mind. Your own mind. I'll say that again. This is a curable disease by your own mind. You, the individual, the addict, have to decide that you've had enough and that you don't want to live this way anymore. You're not alone. There's millions and millions of people out there that have beat this. They've been addicts. They've been worse than you are. They've been in darker places than you've ever been, and they've come to the light and seen it, and they've pulled through, and this is to them. I want to say this is for them. That wasn't applause to you. You deserve it. You've come a long way, and you've beat the odds. Now, using it as an excuse to exploit people, that I just can't deal with that. I won't deal with that. I can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. I won't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. And that's just the way it is. You know, addiction is a big problem in our country, and it's not an individual problem. Let me get some coffee. Hold on. It's not an individual problem by any means. Let's say I'm an addict and my wife is not. It's not an individual problem. She's drugged into this mess that I've created. She has to deal with the bullshit that I created through this addiction. And my conscious decision to keep being an addict affects my wife. It affects my house. It affects my dogs. It affects my cats. It affects my job. It affects everything. Am I saying it's easy? I don't think it's easy. As a matter of fact, I know it's not easy because of the little bit that I had to deal with. Is there hope? Yes, there is hope. Everybody has hope. It's a matter of making that decision and wanting a better life for yourself. And if you have kids involved, if there's a young child involved, that's the biggest reason why you should decide not to be an addict. When you wake up and you look at that precious little face every morning, it should motivate you to get up and want to go to work and do better and be a better parent. And you shouldn't look at it and say, oh, wow, I need to get high. I just can't fathom that. When my daughter Felicia was born, that was the highest moment in my life. I couldn't get any higher. There wasn't a drug in the world that could get me that high. And all I wanted to do was spend time with her and be with her. And, literally, I didn't even want to go to work. I didn't have time for drugs. I didn't have time to be an addict. I'm a pothead. I've always been a pothead. But it doesn't affect me like these pills affect people, and it doesn't drag your life down. I guess what I'm trying to say is there is hope for everyone. You just have to decide that you want it, that you want a normal life. Time's running out, guys. We've only got about 4.5 minutes left. Shows are only going to be about 15 minutes long for now, and till we get back going and I get some more content and I work it out a little more. And I know I didn't do my famous intro this morning and all of that shit, but it's just a quick test. I wanted to get back on and talk about addiction and let everybody know, if you know somebody who's dealing with addiction, or if you are an addict, there is help, there is hope, there's people that love you, there's people that care, and no matter who you are, whether I know you or not, we don't want to lose you. We want you here. We want you alive. If you're a parent, we want to see you raise your children. We want to see you raise your grandchildren. If you're a grandparent, we want to see you seeing your grandchildren be raised. Moral of the story is, if you are an addict, if you have a drug problem, whether it's cold medicine, whether it's aspirin, whether it's prescription drugs, there's always help out there. There's always somebody to reach to. And I won't turn a blind eye, that's for sure. If you're an addict and you need help and you need somebody to talk to, you can always call me. I'll even give you my phone number as soon as I pull it up on my phone, because I don't have this one memorized. If you feel that you want to talk and you're an addict and you need somebody to talk to, I'll be more than happy to take the call. My phone number is 352-652-9300. So if you feel that you need to talk and you need somebody to help talk you away from a situation, call me. Future shows, we're going to discuss business law. We're going to discuss business lawsuits, how they work, how they don't, nobody wins, how much they cost the businesses, and we're also going to talk about how easy it is to make up shit in the court and get away with it. Case in point, the lawsuit that I'm dealing with through my company right now, which is a big sham. It's a big fat baby Huey situation. The fat asshole that I used to work for up in Jersey, he robbed everybody blind. Now he's laying on his back with his hands and legs in the air, crying, baby Huey, poor me, poor me. Yeah, so welcome to Free America, folks, where if you move on with business, you get sued for it. So welcome to Talk Shit Radio. I'm glad everybody was here to chill with us and took the time this morning to chill with us. We're gonna be bringing you more content, and like I said, shows are only going to be about 15 minutes now, but as they go, there'll be more and more. So stay tuned. Talk Shit Radio. Usually going to do it sometime this morning, in the mornings, and so on and so forth. So minute 20 seconds, guys. Appreciate it. Hope to see all of you in the chat room and so on and so forth. So Talk Shit Radio signing out. Thanks.